doing a round of shows where we're just throwing shit around, just throwing shit, injuring people, like just making like chaotic environment. And that made everyone leave before Black Matter Device went on, but it was pretty lit.
So from an outsider perspective, watching the set, I mean, Jeff was literally like, or you or Jeff had like a giant piece of sheet metal.
Yeah,
and like a contact mic on.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're just throwing their drums and shit. Like, it was awesome.
And the funniest part, some dude got hit in the shin by the drums, and like he also got mad and started throwing stuff.
Welcome to the 137th episode of the Casa Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the mathcore adjacent. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, do all the social things. Every little bit helps. You can also join us live every Sunday and Wednesday, just like all these people joining us today. You can subscribe to this channel for just $5 and get access to interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services, as well as gain access to some exclusive emotes. You can also sub for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. If you have the with that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today, who dropped their new album, Autonomous Weapons, last Friday through Dark Trail Records. Welcome in, Black Matter Device. How's it going, guys?
Hey. Hi. I guess I'll have us introduce each other. Yeah, so Kyle, you introduce Colton.
All right. This is Colton, the bass player.
All right, Colton, then you introduce Kyle.
That's Kyle. He plays guitar.
This is Roman. He plays drums.
That's Michael, and he just yells.
Oh no.
Our other guitarist, also Michael, isn't here, but he's like here in spirit.
Unfortunately, he lives in Florida, and that's just unfortunate because living in Florida, I hear is.
It doesn't sound like a great place.
This is Brian Kern. He does noise and art.
I'm Michael Tony, actually. I'm Michael Tony.
I'm Michael Tony.
I'm Michael Tony.
I'm Michael Tony.
We gotta fight to the death for the name.
Actually, you can have it.
All right. We're done with the bits. The bit's over.
Well, I'm glad you all can make it here. I think my first introduction to you guys was that Mathcore Index Fest 2020, when y'all were like the only band that did it live, and you're taking like calls on the phone or whatever. And dude, that was amazing to me. Like ever since then, I've been wanting to connect with you guys on the show, and it's really cool that we're finally doing. Rate Your Music said that the band formed in 2014. That's Rate Your Music, so I don't know. And it looks like Michael's the only original member. Is that true?
All right, so I can give a quick history on Black Matter Device. I was prepared for this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I got like a whole notepad on my phone.
Damn, alrighty.
So in 2014, there was a different lineup of BMD. It was basically a different band entirely. And then me and the guitar player Phil went on to make Modern Phonetics like a while later after that original lineup split up. And obviously we brought Colton on board before then, also Roman and Brian. But I mean, yeah, that whole original lineup, it like split up as a band, and then there was like a little interlude of time where me and Colton started making some music together. It was before we were doing BMG. And I just kind of took the name and used it with Phil, and then Phil left us after Modern Phonetics. And now
I left us after Modern
and
Phonetics.
Brian also left us after Modern Phonetics.
Yeah.
Now he's back.
Yeah, now I'm back.
There's been a lot of them.
Lots of people have been in this band, but
Right, it looks like it's been a different lineup for every release, right?
yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Although it's been at least the core three. The core three, I would say. 2016 or so.
Okay, nice. So it's basically like the same like kind of sound and setup for 6 years.
Yeah, more or less. 6 years. Yeah, dude, we're big more.
The phones are decaying. We just need to get cans.
So you guys dropped 2 EPs so far. You dropped your first album a while back, and now you're back with your third one, or with your second album after a 3-year break. So what was happening through these 3 years?
A lot. All right, let's see. Let's start. So,
Well, first off, we're super unorganized. We always will be. So don't ever expect anything timely from us because we're just not going to get it unless somebody manages us, really cracks the whip. It's just not going to get done in time. Black Matter Device.
I love how you're just upfront about it. So it's good. Dealing with a situation like that, the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah, dude, last minute device.
the first person I want to apologize First person I want to apologize to is Christian from Dark Trail, who we told we were going to put this album out in 2020.
So
I
it
guess
was
between-
finished in 2020 then, or was it like, are you still working on it then?
It was written and we intended to record it in 2020, but then many setbacks. First one,
COVID,
yeah.
I mean COVID. You know what I think happened? I think we hit a little friendship hump. I feel like also, and there were so many different stressors around. Like we were getting used to living with each other, and then we all like. I feel like it was a little band marriage that we had to work out some stuff with. You know what I mean? Like we had to work out our personality kinks a little bit, and that kind of affected the recording process because everything was written. But then COVID, also, but that's an excuse at the end of the day.
I wouldn't say it was an excuse. I feel like a lot of like our stuff getting canceled kind of killed our motivation a bit.
For sure.
Like, like 3 or 4 tours we had lined up all fell apart all at once, essentially. And then the grind of like getting ready to record and then attempting to record and then it not coming out how we wanted it to.
Frustrating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you guys record the album like once and then we're just like, these takes are shit. It's not.
I think we ended up recording drums like
At least 4 times.
Dude, it's
Jesus
just
Christ.
by the way, what a humbling experience to record drums 4 times in a row. Just to realize after the 3rd time that it's still not good enough. You're like, wow, maybe I have to be better. And
So
then
did y'all build a studio then in the house to record drums and stuff?
So more or less, I've been recording every single release we've done. Like
Okay.
I started out doing it in like my dad's basement with just like some random mics I had. I didn't do any soundproofing or anything. I just did it in the basement, out in the room.
straight unfinished basement.
Straight unfinished basement.
unfinished basement.
Same with recording here at Roman's house. Like we just go up in his bedroom.
Aluminum floor wall, son.
Or he used to have his bedroom in there. We would just move the bed against the wall and like set up all the
down and start burning candles and
It's
it's
yeah,
just
it just get very
it's a
sensual.
really good environment to record music in.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's new on your sophomore album? Besides the lineup. What would you say? How has your music evolved? Would you say?
It's good now. It's good now.
Okay.
They wrote a good album. Not good.
Brian. I feel like Brian has a better perspective on that since he's an outsider on all the he didn't play any instruments on the record. You know what I mean?
Aside from like helping with like noise
vocals,
interludes.
vocals at one point, right? And noise. Yeah, you're on the record, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of a weird question. I feel like to answer now because the stuff we wrote was like mid to late 2019 when we wrote it, and like some of the songs even date back to like around Modern Phonetics era, even like some of the demos.
Dang.
It's just like so I know like there's I don't remember the actual names of the songs. I remember the demo names now, but like the like I demoed that original demo.
Wow, that is old. That is pretty
That's
old.
like 2018. I wrote that song.
Yeah, and I mean lots are just like a bunch of old riffs that we shoved together and made it work too. Like
The album is more down. I feel like it's more dynamic than I think.
Yeah.
You know what? I was looking at the covers the other day, and it was funny. It was funny looking at the Modern Phonetics cover, and it was just black and white. And then the Hostile Architecture album gets a lot more colorful, and then this album is like another step on with the collage art and even more color. That I feel like that's kind of that's what's different. We got more colorful.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a music reviewer. You feel me? So
No, it's hard to like talk about your own music, like how it's evolved and stuff like that, unless you're like actively trying to push different boundaries or whatever. I mean, y'all just sound just as tight as y'all were before, man. Like getting even more experimental. Like it's hard to judge like how you've changed. But honestly, I love this album. I've told several bands this year that they've put out albums that could be album of the year. This is album of the year for me right now. Like this is fucking insane, guys. Like it's crazy. I feel like there's 2 kinds of mathcore. There's the one where it's like sassy and like kind of dancey and stuff, and then there's the kind where it's like straightforward, like mosh kind of music. And y'all blend this perfectly. Like there's times where I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be dancing or moshing to this, and y'all bring together technical stuff, the panic chord stuff, power violence, grindy parts, heavy breakdowns. You've got everything except for like, you know, a clean section or whatever, which a lot of bands tend to throw in. But that doesn't even fucking matter because this just hits all the notes. There's something here for everybody. It's amazing. Like, I can't even explain how much I like this album. I think this is absolutely great. 5 stars. This is really, really good. But yeah, that's enough dick sucking.
Oh no, thank
Yeah,
you.
no, it means a lot. Okay, so as we've established, like a lot of this music is really old. So like we've been playing it and recording it and re-recording it and reworking it for so many years that it's so hard to view it subjectively anymore. Like there was a point where I couldn't listen to the album all the way through without just like sitting there and nitpicking everything. I couldn't like view it as a full artistic piece. So like when we released it, I was a little bit nervous because like we've been sitting on it for so long that I don't know how it's going to be received anymore. I don't even know if I like it anymore because I'm sitting there nitpicking it.
The eternal thing about how bad it sucks.
Exactly.
You know, we're just a bunch of homies like making music together. So like, I don't know. We're not like a professional band or anything, but like,
I mean, I'd say you are now. I was looking at Spotify numbers. Looks like y'all hit like what 6K streams on release day, which is really good for like, you know, a band not on like a big label or whatever. So this is insane.
It's actually a 7K on those.
Okay, my bad.
We're not
Okay, all right. I'm a stats nerd, and I can't wait to see all 11 cents from those streams. Thanks, Spotify.
Maybe 12.
Maybe 12 cents. Who knows?
But there's a lot of love for this album in chat too. Cricket Slam says my only problem.
Chat, bro.
Oh wait, hang on.
Cricket Slam says my only problem with the new album is how short it is. Emily.gift says Colton's art is so amazing for real. Miss Bree says yep, such a delicious album. Brian made the new record. I guess it's a big thing from Wells Fargo. So Torch Report says he has a question, bro. Just throw it in and we'll ask these boys. Let's see. Oh, you also dropped this one through Dark Chill too. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been friends with Christian for a long time, but like, how did y'all end up solidifying the deal?
I think I approached Christian in like 2019, like, hey, we're about to hit the studio and record an album, and like we're just talking about trying to put it out through Dark Trail. And then he was like super down for it, and then we made him wait until like a couple months ago.
Yeah, man, next year. 2 years later.
Every month I'd be like, oh dude, yeah, we're almost done with it. And it's just like so far from fucking finished. Like honestly, even up to the actual release, we were supposed to have more music video content done by now. But just like lots of life hurdles kind of get in the way of that.
I was wondering where more music videos were. I thought that you'd have more than just one, but dude, it's all good. Like y'all did really well with this, and people seem to be really digging it. Torch Report says Roman, what's the best gyro in Richmond?
That's a good person to ask the question too.
Brian's got pretty good input on this. What would you think? I would say that Lebanese bakery right next to right next to Tan
kills.
Right next to Tan A.
Yeah, that one is crazy.
It's just called Lebanese Bakery. It's got the little Lebanese.
Literally just called Lebanese bakery.
It's pretty
That
good.
place
Straight
is
to the
crazy.
point. I like it.
Four
That's
Brothers
what I was
also has
thinking.
a solid gyro.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
No, that's
Who else?
Question for Brian, read it out loud.
What?
Answer it.
Oh, what is this?
Yo, who's this?
What's the vibe at the house? Or what's the vibe like at the house?
We're like really miserable. We're like very unhappy. I don't know. We smoke weed and like listen to death metal.
No, we
And,
don't.
And other stuff.
Yeah, no weed smoking in this band. It is bad.
Right.
so
Yes.
and
Very
Bad
bad.
for
I was kicked out of the band for being so sober. That's how sober this band is.
Yeah, we're like, Brian, you need to loosen up a little bit. Get the fuck out of here.
Can we get a quick shout out for Richmond Noise Core? Torch Report asks. Sure. Shout out to Richmond Noise Core.
Austin asking?
Yeah, shout out to PCP Parade,
that
Brian's
Ethan?
other band.
Shout out
Throws
PCP
tables.
Is that
Parade.
Ethan asking questions?
The table throwing band.
Yeah, we injure people.
Also, happy late 420.
Happy late 420, yeah.
Yo, happy 420 to everyone watching this. I hope you're all very high. I am.
So like I was pointing out, you guys have like a bunch of different sounds going on in your music. What are some of the more lesser known influences in the band? Like everybody knows you probably listen to Dillinger and Converge and stuff like that, but what are some of the ones that people
Well, my
wouldn't know?
list.
Alright,
Oh, you have a list already. Let's do it.
I would like to point out that I personally don't really listen to like a lot of mathcore. Like I don't.
Way to
I
play
never really,
to the crowd.
never
Cole.
really listened to Dillinger. Like, don't really fuck with them that much.
Oh my
Hold
god.
Yo,
on,
you
hates
gotta-
Soldier Station.
He also hates Protest the Hero.
Okay.
Why
no,
did you
alright.
do that?
Oh,
I
dude.
feel that protest the
Why was
hero
I- this is
because we
gonna
put
happen.
the
Most
vocals-
controversial interview.
The vocals ruined it for me.
I'm gonna bring this back
The
around.
vocals ruin
Let's
it.
Say something that
What?
they'll make like us.
Save it.
Wait,
Jesus.
But I'm just saying, an unbiased view of what mathcore should be is a good input to have in the band.
And anyway, lesser known bands that you guys like.
Can't say that to these nerds.
Sentinels is a cool band.
Sentinels is good. Oh, you want me to name metal bands?
Any bands, yeah, anything you
The
like.
lesser known influences.
So like
the lesser known
Mini
influences.
Trees, Jordan with 2 N's for some reason. I don't know. Sungazer. If you don't listen to Sungazer, then you don't like good music, I guess. Sungazer is really good.
Never heard of them.
Should.
Damn, to be honest,
Yo.
I didn't think about the question. I'll be honest.
Gorilla Toss is old shit.
Hey, I was about to say Gorilla
Gorilla
super
Toss is
hard.
fucking sick. Yes.
I was about to say Gorilla Talk.
You took mine. I wrote a couple down. I don't even remember what they were anymore.
I don't know if every time I die is like a lesser known influence.
Yo,
through-
lesser known as in the band's popularity or like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Garfield
damn.
Kart soundtrack.
Oh, Garfield Car OST.
Hmm.
What?
Fine.
Garfield car?
That you never played.
Oh, Chris, I actually have a question for you. This
Yeah,
one's
what's up?
I ask just about everyone I meet this question.
What's up?
Give me your best Joker beatbox.
Joker beatbox?
I fucking knew you were gonna say.
I have no idea what that even means.
So just
See,
just see beatbox as a like
that's what
beatbox.
everybody says.
If the Joker beatbox, what would it sound like? Then make that sound.
I have no idea.
Yeah, let's all right. Hey Chris, let's hear it or else it's an interview.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an
we're
interview.
already done with beatbox
You
right
gotta do it.
Hey,
You gotta
sorry,
do
real
it.
quick. You got, I don't know his actual name.
now. Someone ordered Uber Eats. No, that's a fucking
Carousel drummer.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Or Tulpa, you interviewed them.
Shout out Terracell.
I'm
Dude,
John the
Terrence sounds
Terrorist.
fucking sick.
yeah, we want him to come join our interview or use Uber Eats.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Oh,
Lesser
yeah,
known-
Joker
Lesser
beat-
known bands that are influences on you guys.
He's either.
One of my biggest influences is anytime I ask someone to do Joker beatbox in the
Oh
parking
my
lot.
God.
I'm sorry. No, I mean Gorilla Toss. Gorilla Toss, Garfield OST.
There's Dave that French screamo
Dave Shrow,
band.
yeah, that's a good
Dave
band.
Shro's sick.
Airborne Radar. You literally took an Airborne Radar riff for a song.
Yeah, I did steal an Airborne Radar riff.
Thief.
Um,
Oh shit. It's not metal, but Ethereal is one of my favorite rappers. Let's see what's up. What else? I don't know. That's not lesser known.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's one of my favorite rappers.
Yo, here's some small bands. Like Will Zix is really
Yeah, that
fucking
one
sick.
song on YouTube, that 5-minute clip.
Yeah.
It was all the same
Shout out
words.
Will
It was
Zix.
really weird.
Yeah.
Will ZX is fucking sick. Hell yeah. I feel like when I was listening to I think it's the beginning of the album, maybe it's the second song. You had some riffs that really sounded like Will ZX stuff in there, so I was picking up on that.
Okay, it's funny. We played with them once in Florida.
Boston.
Yeah, and we played with them once in Boston, and it was like looking in a fucking mirror. Like we've never met another band that's just like us before, but we were like, whoa.
They didn't look
And
like us, but they
They
acted
didn't look like
similar.
us, but they acted the exact same, and we ended up at the exact same Taco Bell after the show.
Without talking about it at all.
And we talked about it. We just showed up at the exact same Taco Bell. Like, what the fuck?
That's
is
crazy. It's
going
like it's meant to be.
on? Exactly.
It was. How crazy would it be if we saw a copy of a version of us? They're just slightly different, like the evil version. Evil BMD would be like, we'll drop this album really quickly.
No.
So how does the writing process work with you guys? Does one of y'all mainly direct it, or are you all doing equal contributions?
It's kind of evolved over time. Like I feel like during Modern Phonetics, it was like me and Phil wrote a lot of like instrumentals, and then Colton would end up writing the bass parts. We went through. There was like 3 different drummers in the writing of Modern Phonetics. It was like Brian played a lot of really early stuff. He played our first 2 shows with this lineup
right. Damn.
on drums.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I did play drums. I can't play drums for Black Married Advice now. The Roman's drum parts, my limbs are just gonna fall off. This can't work.
And then the middle era drummer was Sebastian Trudeau. He helped write a lot of cool stuff.
Shout out Sebastian.
Yeah,
Like, for real.
shout out Sebastian. And then Roman rolled it up and smoked the rest of it.
Damn right.
For real.
Damn right, boy.
Yeah, that was hostile architecture was pretty collaborative because we would just sit there and like jam and shit.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was the jam.
we
album
would be
right
like,
there.
yo, this sounds really fucking stupid. Let's make it into a song. And then we would just build into it. And like the dumber and kind of more off the wall shit that we could come up with and like just make it sound cool. Like we've never really aimed to sound like anything. We just like write what we want to write. That's what it's always gonna be, and that's what it's always been.
That was back when we would practice and then just jam. Like we would just play kind of anything. We would just make noise.
Yeah,
Back when we were young.
Young Wings. And I guess
About 4 years ago.
Autonomous Weapons was kind of a blend of like sometimes I wrote some shit like by myself and I would just send it to the group chat and be like, hey, let's use this. And then other times where we'd like completely write the song in one day at practice, and then I would just demo it out on my computer that night and then like write lyrics and blast something over it real quick. And yeah, all sorts of different ways. Even like, and like most of it again was written in like 2019, super early 2020. And I think the only thing that was like new was like the lyrics for Mutually Assured Uncertainty I wrote right before I recorded it. But besides that,
No, you had
well, I rewrote it though. Like
No.
entirely.
2021 was Sewer Slide. That's new.
Sewer Slide? I mean, that's about 2021?
Yeah.
No. Wait, hold on.
We added to the album before we finished.
Maybe it was 2021. I don't remember, man.
Escargot Wells Fargo. Escargot Wells Fargo. There we go. I just finally said that right. It says he's at Taco Bell's taking orders. What does everybody want?
That'd be fucking.
Hey, let's just roll down just in case he shows up.
Yo, do they still have quesadilla?
That's what I was thinking. I think it's online exclusively, but I was gonna say that. Yeah, quesarito, if you can manage to get your hands on it, but I think that they're online only.
Dude, I'll eat a quesarito in one bite on the stream.
I had like 2 pieces of cheesecake and some ice cream before I came over here. But if you want to pick me up like just 2 soft shell tacos,
2 cheesy rice and bean burritos.
Nice.
I don't have anything to say.
What do you want from
I have nothing to
All
say
right,
before we
yo,
go from Taco Bell.
the nacho fries burritos, that shit is gas. Yo, like, bring me those.
Like it gives you gas, or
Yes,
Also,
very much.
Yeah.
I'm just Roman knows. I'm just up here on that.
alrighty.
That's all I do.
So let's talk about lyrics. What's the main idea behind the? First of all, Michael, you do all the lyrics, or is it spread across separate people?
Yeah, I do all the lyrics.
Okay, cool, man. What's the main idea behind the album, like lyrically?
With this album, I kind of took a different route than my other ones. Like on the other albums, I just kind of like wrote as the songs came. And this album, I like had like a notepad on my phone that I just wrote everything I was thinking or feeling, and then I just kind of put that into songs as the songs came. But I just had this never-ending list that I could just scroll through of just shit I was thinking.
Nice.
And I mean,
So it's
I don't
mainly
know.
like societal issues and stuff like that. It's kind of what I was getting.
it's a lot of it's a lot of like a mix of stuff of just like stuff with myself, stuff with people I have problems with, stuff with society, Joker moments. I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of stuff.
I do want to go over some of these song names real quick. Meet Computers. What's that about?
I was on a walk with a friend and I was like talking about, I don't even know, I was on some sort of deep ramble, and I was just like, yeah, we're just like meat computers.
Okay, like we're robots or whatever. Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
I don't remember the context of it anymore. It's just something I said.
Your brain is literally like meat with electricity in it.
Yeah, more or less.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah, we're like robots that reproduce or whatever. That shit's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah,
most of
yeah, we're robots, but we fuck.
All right, Brian.
all the song names are just kind of from. I mean, it's the mathcore slash, you know. You got, everybody's laughing.
Tony Balls be like.
Tony Balls be like, yeah. Well, sorry, we read the chat. We have a group chat on Facebook of just us, or like a private Facebook group of just song names.
Just kind of stuff that we say out loud that maybe we'll think is funny. Like, that's funny, put it in the group chat, and then we'll go through that list of 1,000 comments. And then see what we pick as best.
About like the first song names.
About 75% of them are non-usable ideas.
dude, no, I have something similar on my phone actually in Notepad or whatever, for my stuff. But do the songs like relate, or do the song titles relate to the lyrics like at all, or are they, or in most cases at least, or are they just random things?
Not
Everybody
really.
different way.
I mean, like
Sometimes,
but
not most of the time. No, most of the time they stay demo names until about a week before we have to submit everything to release it.
I think we kind of just like we named the song based on like the vibe of the sound, kind of like, oh, you know, this sounds like a Super Slide Pack. That sounds right. Like it's just, and some songs I just had the names out the door, like Meat Computers, like that was named when I wrote it.
I would like to go on record and say that I have a majority of the song titles. Those are my ideas on this release.
Yeah, every release is someone else, I feel like.
I would like to say that. Wait, what was Party Rock? What was Party Rock?
Dungeons and Drug Dealers.
So
That one was mine.
demo name for Dungeons and Drug Dealers was the Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO.
Yeah.
I wish that one made it on, but I like Dungeons and Drug Dealers too. That's pretty sick. I still like that one a lot.
What about J Dino Dies? Like, first of all, spoilers. Second of all, love J Dino. He's fucking awesome. But yeah, like J Dino Dies.
So the explanation behind that one is us talking to J Dino. J Dino.
Is it Dino? I don't know how to say the last name either.
That's not even his real last name. It's an alias.
Don't
But
give
anyway,
up his government.
I'm not gonna give up his government name, but he just was messaging me and he's like, "Yo, name a song J Dino Dies," and then I took a screenshot of it and posted it in the group chat, and then that became that song.
Okay.
I think he's actually working on a drum cover of it. He sent us a video of him playing it recently. And it's
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
good.
that's fucking. Glad he's playing drums.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that at some point.
Oh, yeah.
You're close, Jay. You're close.
So this was recorded by Aberration Pension and Black Matter Device. What is Aberration Pension?
That's just me.
Okay.
I did it.
I think it's more.
That's what I said too. What the fuck is an aberration pension?
Also says is directed by Hideo Kojima. How the fuck did you get him? No, I'm kidding. It's fucking great. The shelter.
He just talks with us. I don't know. He asked us.
Oh, okay. So the artwork says Brian Kern did collaging, Colton Armour did painting, and Michael Toney did compositing. What exactly is compositing?
So I just compiled his collage with the painting. I did color grading on it, and I
Oh, okay.
the
So you
logo
like
we
the
have-
digital shit. Okay.
yeah, I did all the digital shit, like the coloring on the logo that's on the cover.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I actually need to bring up the covers up on screen now. So what was the idea behind this one? I guess Brian and Colton. What was the idea behind all the paintings?
Brian was real conceptual about this. This was his idea mostly.
So what happened was, the material was either recorded or mostly recorded. And we had a big band meeting to see like, okay, what are we going to title the album and what's the artwork going to be? When they recorded it the first time, they commissioned like an outside artist, whatnot. I wasn't part of the band again yet. But when it came to like finishing the album, it just kind of, there was the general vibe that what was previously supposed to be the art didn't fit anymore. And like we needed something else. So we were talking about the concept of like evolution, because the album took like 3 years, you know, it's a long time, like our lives changed a lot during that. And so we were talking about the concept of like evolution, and that gave me this idea of like a central point with things bursting outward from it. And I like did a sketch and I was like, yo, I kind of want to do like this head in the middle and then things spiraling out from it with splatter paint around it. And, you know, paint was already part of the image from like Hostile Architecture. That's literally the cover art to that. And so I was like, let's continue that, but like, let's do this big colorful thing with it about just like this burst on the cover, you know? And they were like, yeah, sure, like, let's do it. And that's what happened.
All
You know,
right.
so I did the collage art, and then Colton like did several paintings, and then Michael and I kind of like took a couple days to like select match paintings to pieces of collage art and decide what looked good together for parts of the release.
Okay. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's awesome. And also like this lends very well to like vinyl variants and shit, like the crazy splatter variants and stuff.
Yeah, definitely a good visual accompaniment to like the kinds of splatter and all of that. I don't know. So, you know.
Shout out Brian, because everybody that I've shown the album to just loves that shit. Like
no,
at least
really good.
the cover that is. It's fucking everybody's just like,
yeah, not the actual album itself.
It's in the song.
But no, I want to see this on a shirt or something at some point. Like it's a great design for something like that.
We're gonna do some of the more colorful stuff on a shirt eventually, but right now we need to get rid of the shirts that we already have.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's go get them.
Sure, we can show them. We can show them. Let's see.
Little advertisement. In the
Let's do it. Little advertising break right here.
Just hold it up. Just hold it up, guys.
We got our lovely bassist Colton, who did the painting, also did the drawing for this piece of merch, as for most of the pieces of
I'm
merch.
looking at the top. Ignore it.
So we have these
You're
t-shirts.
holding it backwards.
You fucking do it. There you go.
And then we have this one, which was drawn by Colton's mom, long before most of us were born, or all of us were born.
It was a high school senior art project.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. My mom drew that when she was a senior in high school. And it's been hanging in my house since I was, born. And I've always loved it. And she was thrilled at the fact that, she got her artwork on a BMD shirt. She thought that was pretty cool. So shout out, Mom, if you're watching. Thank you.
Shout out
for always
Colton's
being
mom.
Yeah, shout out Colton's mom.
Yeah, even if it's not your
Yeah.
thing, she came to our first bar show, which I thought was fucking hilarious. A good time.
Yeah, my mom went to my first show too. Man.
Oh, dude, yeah, April's super supportive.
I gotta ask though, like the long sleeve, it looks like just like a wizard on the front. Why don't you have like a logo on the front or something? Because like someone's not looking at your sleeve.
It's on the sleeve.
Huh?
It's on the sleeve.
I just when I wear the shirt, I just wear like this.
Okay, got you. Just walk around like that.
Yeah,
Like, see, it's a logo, guys. It's a logo.
yeah.
But are these like inside jokes or something? Like, why did y'all choose? It just seems so like random having like the wizard and the predator or whatever. Like, are these inside jokes?
It's not a predator.
Space
feature.
Hunter.
His name is Space Hunter with suggestive facial
Ah,
features.
okay, yes.
It's not the trademark predator.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just like a piece, like the suggestive alien features character was something Colton drew before we.
And we all loved it.
Yeah, I mean, like it was just kind of sitting around for a little bit in purgatory.
We're like, Colton, what is this familiar character you've drawn is nostalgic to me in some sort of way.
Yeah. Plus, we did a creature from the stars shirt a little while ago with like a really cool slime logo.
Oh, that's right. I saw that actually sold out on your Bandcamp or whatever.
Yeah, so it was ever since I drew that, it was always my intention to draw a predator or an
Which
alien.
one sold better?
Space Hunter.
He
yeah.
is pretty predatory.
Which one sold better? I think.
Wait, what?
Which shirt sold better? The hunter with suggestive facial features, or the penis alien?
The penis alien definitely sold better. Here was our issue. We released my mom's sick ass drawing at the same time that we released the Space Hunter shirt, and obviously long sleeve fucking rips. I prefer that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think there's. I think for our merch, there wasn't. We never really had a conceptual idea for like people have themes and shit. People are like really good with merch. We're just kind of like I like that. I like this. You want to put it on a shirt?
He's
Like,
Oh yeah.
these guys don't have a central sense of aesthetic. That's where they need me.
yeah, Brian.
Oh yeah. So all of those T-shirt designs that I drew had your input.
Yes.
I don't even remember being in the band.
This could be a good time to address that real quick. Visuals from math course.
Oh, so someone's asking about visuals for Math Core Index Fest. I'm gonna tilt I'm gonna tilt the camera over. There's something Kyle's been building over there.
Sneak peek.
I'm not gonna show what it does yet, but Kyle's building something that does something.
Yeah, it does
A
stuff.
thing that
does-
does a thing.
does
I like it.
Oh.
I can see myself.
Hey.
Ah, you're fine. You got it.
But are y'all gonna do like a projector and stuff like that, kind of like what y'all did with the
No, it's just gonna be seizure warning lights.
Okay, I like that.
I was gonna say something. If you like how we already steal properties that already exist as our merch, get ready for an orange cat with assault rifles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Coming
hold on.
soon.
Hold on.
Orange
Alright.
cat with assault
Do we have a
rifles.
drawing?
No, I don't have the drawing.
Oh, also,
Oh.
Cole 3D printed this today.
It's not gonna focus.
Is it
It's
supposed to be
Garfield.
Garfield? Okay,
Yeah, it's a little Garfield Buddha.
Gouda.
okay. Emily.gift said, "Yo, BMD Gundam win." I'm assuming.
Andy
it's
Gundam?
something.
That would be so sick.
That
That's
would
a
be
fun
sick.
idea. Yo, shout out Tequila Gundam.
Tequila Gundam.
Also, while we're on
Look
it,
that, give that a Google.
shout out Emily. She's been to like every local show and some very non-local shows like since day one. So Emily's probably like #1 fan. Always will be.
Yeah, Emily is pretty Black Matter device. Super fan.
Emily is fantastic.
Escarga says he's leaving Taco Bell now, so I don't know if he's actually coming to your house, but
He doesn't know where we live unless he got the address from Joey.
No, he's come here once before
Oh, he's
too.
been here?
You remember the Terracell iron price split? That got
Oh.
I did the art, so he dropped me off a copy here once.
So he does know where we live.
So he does know.
I hope
where
he
the-
stops by. That'd be a fun little guest spot on the.
That'd be
right,
fucking
giving that some
exciting.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell on the cast,
Yeah,
I like it.
I hope that God heard our Taco Bell order.
God.
So I got a question that I ask everybody. It's a random question, but I always ask the same one, and I feel like it's time to retire it. You can ask that. You can answer that one if you wanted to, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But decided to start asking "Would you rather" questions, just one new one every week. So this one: Would you rather have a robot apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, zombie apocalypse easy, yo. I
Yeah.
feel like, wait,
Yeah.
damn, hold on. Wait, I'm thinking too much. Zombie apocalypse easy. Robots are like they're too accurate, you know.
Just think about like
Zombies are
Terminator
dumb.
versus The Walking Dead.
You seen Black? Yeah,
Actually, hang on,
exactly.
hang on.
Terminator.
No,
You
let
seen
me see
Black
my-
Mirror?
Oh,
Kyle's-
no. Kyle's getting
He's
heated.
getting deep in this
Only
one.
because what kind of zombie is this?
Hey,
It's like 28
That's-
days later.
see,
or is
I
it
stopped-
Walking Dead?
I stopped myself.
I mean,
from
either
doing
way, they take over the world, right? Either way, it's an apocalypse, so you're fucked either way.
Oh,
right?
They do, but are they fast or do they walk?
that. Ooh, wait,
Hmm.
that's
And how
That's
long
too much
does it
thinking.
take for
It's
their
too much.
bodies
World
to
War
degrade?
You know what?
Bodies-
They run because we're not pussies, so they
Yeah.
run.
Man.
Here,
I don't want to
here's-
live through World War Z.
So this is my opinion. We're already going through the robot apocalypse. That's why this album's called Autonomous Weapons.
True. True.
But
I did see a machine gun attached to one of those creepy dog robots the other day.
Yeah, they're like-
On Instagram.
like those dog robots
Yeah.
are gonna gun you down for like fucking jaywalking and shit.
That's-
Like,
Yo, if I
Yeah,
ever
yo.
see one of those, I'm just gonna smash the shit out of it. I'm gonna go
It's
find
gonna
my
be
bat, my
made of
spiked
fucking-
bat, and I'm just gonna smash the
It
shit
will
out of
shoot you
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot it too.
with the spike bat.
Yeah,
It's a bat
that's how I do. You know,
Or in the
shoot
future, it's a
the
bat
spiked
gun.
Gun that shoots bats.
You hit them and then you shoot them.
Since it's got spikes on it, it just hurts me every time I. Ow!
I think zombies personally. I think I'd be okay. I built different. Anyone? No.
What's
You prefer zombies?
what's the decomposition
robots? Yeah, for
timeline
sure.
of the zombies? How long does it take for them to decay past movement?
The rate is that
I don't think zombies ever decayed, did they? Is that ever a thing in a movie? I feel like they just like kind of kept going.
Talking about real apocalypse, not what's in the movies. It's got to decay in
Just
We
real
need like
life.
science backing this up. Like, come on.
Come on. How deep do you want to get with this question?
I think it's actually like I had this like zombie survival guidebook from what's his name?
I remember
Max
those.
Burst or something. He also wrote World War Z when it was a book before a movie. But I think it was like a couple of years, like a year or two, where they would be like,
Okay.
maybe this. I don't remember.
I mean, it makes sense. So let's say like 2 years. Say 2 years. They decay.
Easy.
It was gonna be zombie either way.
Yeah.
But I also don't really care about this question because if I ever have to fight every day of my life to survive, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself. Not even worth living.
I'm chaining home
I
to
don't
the
know.
bed and
Depression, the cheat code to get out of it. I like it.
Hey, the only guaranteed thing in life is death. Okay, so we're all just walking.
What are these Black Matter Device lyrics?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's
Well,
not much.
So you guys are headlining Mathcore Index Fest. That's probably the next big thing that's happening for you guys.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be headlining. I feel like there's bigger bands on the same day as us. Even like Gift from God, I feel like is like Richmond's pride
Yeah.
of like the Mathcore adjacent bands, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I guess that just means Christian really believes in us. And
I feel like y'all like really like did super well with the release of this album. Like, you know, 7K streams day one on Spotify. That's not, you know, it's not nothing. That's a really big thing.
I think I just have imposter syndrome. It feels weird to be headlining anything.
Yeah.
It just gives me like nightmares of like 2013, where I've like headline shows to 2 people.
Oh yeah, the classic headlining spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, headlining DIY.
Yeah, the headlining DIY show.
Dude, we're headlining my house.
Well, speaking of shows, what's the best show you guys have played?
Yo, that.
I'm just gonna say, all right.
no.
So we just did a little run with our buddies in Fall 50 Feet, and they booked a show at Amityville Music Hall with Dr. Acula. And personally, that was my favorite show that we played. Well, okay, it might be tied with one other show. We played with Jerome's Dream and Vane at DC9 up in DC.
God damn. That's
And
crazy.
that was fucking sick. And then Jerome's Dream played in Richmond the next night, and we just went and saw him and hung out with them again. They're just all super cool dudes.
Yo,
But so was Dr. Acula. All those guys were super cool. So those two are like my top shows in my longevity of being.
Those are
Word.
crazy fucking lineups.
I wanted to add that Jerome's Dream show. Like that was the first time that like I saw a stranger sing DMD like lyrics that like we didn't know personally.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
And I was like, did you guys see that fucking tall guy?
Yeah, so since
Sing
you like
along?
ran up on stage doing Honest to Goddess and like screaming at me, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I don't know who this is."
Yeah, that was a cool moment. It was like, you know, it got out there. You know, I was like, oh shit. But I guess I'll answer the question now. My favorite show.
What's your favorite show?
Wait, the Crystal Palace show.
If you omit certain data.
I mean, yeah, there was a show that we played at this house show that we played here at a venue called Crystal Palace that was fucking off the charts. For like the house shows that we played around in Richmond have been some of my favorites. I think just because like just to walk into these houses and be like, wow, there's like we're gonna fucking someone's gonna be thrown into this wall.
Dude,
And it happened.
cool. I have the picture of that.
Oh yeah, we have featured stories on our Instagram. There's like a bunch of live sets that shows on there. You can see the holes in the wall.
Is the
That's
whole on
so
Instagram?
good. Just
Holes
the
in the wall?
panic.
Like
Yeah,
from
we-
the show
we-
or that were previously existed?
That's it.
Okay.
Not just from like Kyle punching holes in the wall, but from like the audience.
Yeah, this photo is not going to show up trying to like
No,
show
don't
into
worry
a
about
camera.
Don't worry
They can
about
see
it. Check our Instagram if you want to see a hole in the wall.
Look at-
But I guess my favorite, again, like most of the house shows we played are like off the wall. We just played in Jersey pretty recently. I can't remember the name of the house, but Hex. Yeah, Hex. That was cool.
That was a good show.
Purity Control played that. They're like somewhere along the lines of like noise and something. That show's really cool. But yeah, any house show we played is top notch. Like we played a house show in Florida on our 2019 tour. That was pretty nuts.
Oh yeah.
Like those
That's-
Florida kids know how to fucking get down.
And that's the first time I ever met our other guitarist who unfortunately lives in Florida.
Yeah, not for long. We're gonna
Yeah.
kidnap them.
And instant sexual attraction, I would say. And came on board and
So
I forgot about that Florida shit. That shit was fucking off the charts.
because
Man.
we were
Yeah, it's because we were handwritten. Also, my friend peed in a chick's mouth. That was awesome. He said, I don't know if he
Peed in
said,
a chick's mouth or painted? I missed that.
no, urinated.
We weren't witness.
I didn't
to
see it.
this.
I didn't see it. He said it. He said
Okay.
he did. I believe him though. He's kind of a wild character.
Hey, if it's consensual, it's all good, you know.
I mean, we can add that to the stuff that's happened during BMD shows.
Yeah.
Emily.gift says that they remember that hole from the house show. So you got some people from that.
There were at least 3 people in this chat that were there.
Brian, what was your favorite BMD show?
Okay, so my least and most favorite BMD shows are like for the wrong reasons, right? So my least favorite one, so the Dr. Acula show that Colton was talking about was like really cool. But at the end of our set, I was like on the other side of the stage and some drink spilled or almost spilled, ? Onto my noise gear. The right channel in my mixer hasn't been working since.
Oh,
and my delay pedal just straight up hasn't been working since then. So that's kind of cool to play a show and come out of that with like negative $300 in gear. And let's see, most favorite BMD show? Okay, so again, for the wrong reasons. There was a show that I booked BMD for. That was a Crystal Palace show with my other band, PCP Parade.
Yes.
And my band, PCP Parade, scared away the crowd before Black Mirror Device went on, because during that period we were just doing my hand was broken, and then at this show our bassist hand got broken. We were doing around shows where we were just throwing shit around, injuring people, like just making like chaotic environment. And that made everyone leave before Black Mirror Device went on, but it was pretty lit.
So from an outsider perspective, watching the set, I mean, Jeff was literally like, or you or Jeff had like a giant piece of sheet metal.
Yeah,
like a contact mic on.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're just throwing their drums and shit. Like it was awesome.
And the funniest part, some dude got hit in the shin by the drums, and like he also got mad and started throwing stuff. So like he was like a member of the band at that moment. It was kind of performance art. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking wild, man. I guess that's danger music or whatever. Like that's
definitely danger music.
Yeah, people have like gotten mad at us locally for being dangerous.
Do you have? Is it like is there a name for the band? Can we find it online anywhere?
Yeah, PCP Parade. They're on Bandcamp.
Yeah, this is if you're gonna see us live, see us this year, because we're gonna disband. We're gonna split up because you don't want to be in a grind band for that long. So like, we're gonna split up. So see us this year because we're gonna stop.
End on a high note. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna release an EP, but we don't want to record it right now because we want to split up. So we'll get to that.
What's the word? Oh, I'm sorry. You got another story. Go on ahead.
I got one more. So one time we were supposed to play a show in Fredericksburg, which is where the 3 of us used to live, and they used to live like a little bit north of Fredericksburg.
Can you speak up just a little bit? You're a little quiet.
Yeah, okay. So we were supposed to play in Fredericksburg, which is a city that we used to live in. They used to live like near it. And PCP.
Okay, there we go.
A cooler show in Washington, D.C. with like really sick bands. So we don't normally do this. We've never done this prior, but we just were like, oh yeah, we can't make it. And then we went up and pretended to be PCP Parade, but just played a bunch of BMD songs with a bunch of noise in between. It was super sick. It was a really good decision, honestly. And one of my friends went to the show in Fredericksburg, and he was messaging me. He was like, "Dude, where are you guys at?" Like, I was like, "Oh shit, we dropped that show. Sorry." He goes, "Oh, that's okay. Nobody was there." I was like, all right, so we just made a good decision.
Yeah, so it was really funny because like BMD pretending to be PCP Parade for that show was kind of the only way that we could have performed, because so much of our shit was broken from throwing stuff around at the previous live shows, and we got into a car accident on the way back from a show in Baltimore where we did really badly, and so all of our gear was either like broken or stuck in my guy's car, who was like at some impound in like, I don't even remember, like Woodbridge or something like that. So we just did not have any of our gear. We went to the show with like 1 pedal or 2 pedals, and then I think we even forgot to bring the amp for those. So Black Mirror Device just like did some Black Mirror Device songs, and I looked at Roman and I was like, you away, me drums. And then
It was
we
pretty sick. It was pretty caveman. It was kind of like that.
we did some improv for a little bit, just like collectively as a little noise unit, and then they did some more Black Matter Device songs. That was kind of it, but it was really cool. Definitely a highlight.
That's super sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love how this just turned into talking about PCP for
Yeah. Shout out the worst band in Richmond.
Shout out Jeff.
Shout out Jeff. Yo.
All right, what was your next question? You were
What's
about
the
to go
worst show you guys have played?
to-
Yeah, Delaware.
Delaware.
Hold on, let me think. Someone else answer.
All right,
so
what's in Delaware?
I'll expand on Delaware. So like it was our first tour in 2019. Yeah, 2019. We played in Delaware for the first time. Played at some like pretty decent sized bar with like a pretty big stage area. But the vibe in there was so fucking weird. Like everybody was just being weird. Like there was a good amount of people. They were all standing like on the sides. Nobody was moving. Everybody had their arms crossed. And then there's just this one like bald dude running around and just like punching everybody. Just punching everybody. No.
not even like hardcore dancing. He's just
Just
like
hitting
being,
them.
he's just being weird.
Yeah,
So
and
many
then
people.
nobody was moving at all. Like normally people don't know how to move to our music, which is fine. I get it. But at least, do something. Like don't just sit there and stare at us. It's weird.
Well, also it's like I don't know, that dude just had like a weird vibe in the way that like old metal dudes just kind of like I don't know. He puts up a
No,
weird
yeah,
vibe.
he's bald, and bald people are weird. I get it.
Now that you mentioned the show, like I remember the sound guy was talking.
He's been a dick.
He was being a dickhead. I remember he was talking. I mean, we've never played like at a venue with sound. So the luxury of monitors, to hear us was new. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to kick in your monitors?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, man!" And I'd go to put in my earplugs, and he's like, "Look at this! You look at this guy. He wants kicking his monitors. He's got earplugs on." I was like, "What?" I was like, maybe I don't want to kick in my monitors. I don't know. Bro. I didn't know what to say. So he just roasted me like that. Yeah, that was a bad show, I guess.
Yeah. I think this is when Joey was in the band. I think you like that dude that was pissing us off. You like hit him with his guitar while you were playing.
Oh, that was awesome. That was sick.
And I was like throwing elbows at him.
Yeah, I mean that's the extent, but there's just a bunch of weird people there. And like
Who goes to Delaware?
who goes to Delaware?
Maybe you know what? Maybe I'm thinking about it was a bad show. Maybe I'm thinking about it because we played bad. But remember that show in Norfolk at the shit like a really shitty like. Do you remember?
No, the place
where
where you could smoke inside, and the only place they served food was in the place that they smoked.
Yeah, and then
yeah, it was fucking sick.
no, not that one.
Was it with Accident Prone?
It was with Accident Prone, and when Phil was in the band, and remember they had some drink in the back in a punch bowl that was like the devil's semen or some shit.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, what is
yeah,
this?
yeah,
The
yeah.
fuck?
It was a metal bar in Norfolk, but it just got rowdy. Like people were fighting and like throwing people into tables and like.
I didn't like it because we played like shit, but I liked it because afterwards everybody was fighting.
So the size of the venue was like a hallway, and like our gear was right by the stage when like this huge fucking brawl broke out. The security guy was like literally fighting like 3 dudes at once, and he was like bleeding everywhere afterwards. That show was actually really
Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Like literally Norfolk is the most violent place on the planet I've ever been to.
I was about to say, can I just say something that's gonna get us potentially
No,
like
but what I was gonna say was like,
I love my life for GBQ. Like, do you stop hitting each other?
no, stop hitting each other. But no, down the street there was like a fight. At the end of the show, some guy got thrown out of the bar by the owner. The owner threw like beers at his dick, like while he was like on the ground after being thrown on the ground. Like it was crazy.
That's the show. So one dude had gotten sucker punched because he had grabbed some other dude's girlfriend by her hair, and out of nowhere the dude sucker punched him, and he came out of the bar asking people. He was like, "Did you hit me?" Like he was asking people, "Did you hit me?" And I was like, "No, I didn't hit you."
And secretly you did hit him, but it's all good.
No, he was fucked up. I mean, that's what if I did hit him, that's what I would have said. But then he was a fucking. That's funny. He had
So
a big
y'all
old
said there was a bowl of alcohol called the Devil's Semen. What was
Oh,
it?
it's a mixed drink called Demon Semen.
Oh, that's what it
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's in Demon Semen?
I don't know, but
I didn't buy it. They didn't give us. They didn't. I don't even think they gave us fucking beer today.
Yeah, no drink tickets. No drink tickets. To that
I
show.
would have found out if they gave me a drink ticket.
Hey, that's
bro.
before we made it big, okay? We get some drink tickets sometimes.
Before
now.
we made it big. Yeah, now we get to go to the house shows and they're like, "Hey, grab
Oh,
a
is
beer
that
out the
when you-
fridge."
it's my birthday?
Yeah, I mean, do you want it?
Brian, you're
Kind of,
spilling a lot of shit right
Yeah,
now.
Brian's
True.
spilling everywhere.
You're number one though.
Holly says that show sounds like a standard show to her. And
Yeah,
Escargot
so-
says that he's almost
I'm
there.
sorry.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, if he actually shows up, that'd be
That'd
awesome.
be fucking great.
Just buy more time, Chris. Goddamn it. Oh, he's trying to knock on the door and us not know who's here. As if we don't know you're on the way with Taco Bell right now. What do you want me to say?
You have any more stories of bad shows, or is that like about as bad as it gets?
Talk about Awesome Fest.
I'm gonna do a very short statement real quick. I love my Virginia Beach and Norfolk friends. However, the amount of concussions and knockouts I see at shows,
Down there, yeah, it's pretty excessive down there.
yeah, it's pretty bad. The fact that like we were talking to Weeping Wound's drummer outside, and some dude's getting like dragged out unconscious. And then somebody commenting like, "Yeah, this happens like every week." Which is like,
He's the same guy, too. The same guy got knocked out. Like,
Yeah.
3
so I was like,
times.
"What is happening?" It's
Yeah.
the most like violent scene I've ever like visibly like been at. I just don't understand it.
We're sounding like Alpha Wolf right now. That was
I'm
being
okay,
blasted on
dude. I
Twitter.
don't care. Why would you want to go to a show and get knocked out?
Oh,
No?
Other than that, the show was fine. The bands were good. But, like, I just don't understand like the scene.
Kyle's upset because some guy with a what shirt was he wearing?
It wasn't a shirt. It was it was SpongeBob's shoes. I do remember
No,
that.
he was wearing a shirt from like some
Dude,
post-hardcore band or something. But so, anyways, we were at the show in the back of the room just vibing, and this guy literally climbs up on like a table and jumps on Kyle for no reason.
Like just on his back.
And Kyle's just like sitting there with his arms crossed, and this happens.
Yeah.
We were by the exit
What
door.
the
We weren't even like anywhere near the pit.
We were like literally by the door.
That's so fucking stupid. What
I was
the
in
Emily.gf says, "Oh my god, I remember the first time I met Brian was when he was doing vocals for BMD at a
James is in chat.
Wait, hold on, let him finish.
Wait, let him
finish.
finish.
Yeah, let Chris finish.
Sorry.
He's
Oh
talking
my
about
god, I
the-
remember the first time I met Brian was when he was doing vocals for BMD at a Fredericksburg show because Michael had to cover guitar and Brian was like reading notes off his phone, LMAO.
That's a good show. That was our guitar player, was it Joey? Yeah, Joey wasn't able to play that show, so I just played guitar because I write a lot of the guitar. And then Brian and my other friend Chris did vocals. Brian can talk now.
Yeah, not only did Chris and I do terribly at doing vocals, because we forgot all of the lyrics, and we were both sharing my phone to read the lyrics off of, which, you know, in like a high intensity environment where there's like two people trying to look at
Yeah.
it doesn't really work. And none that I ever remember Black Mirror Device lyrics on stage correctly anyway. But also I met the bassist of PCP Parade at that show, because he was wearing a shirt for a grindcore band that I recognized, and I just like started talking to him about grindcore and like Little Ugly Mane and stuff like that. And you know, just so irreversible
I didn't do that.
kinships came from that show. So it was a good time. It's a good time. I was glad to be reminded of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Young Game says Michael Tony saved my cousin's frog from a house fire.
Love you, James.
It's true. I saved his frog.
James is one of my
It definitely happened. It's definitely a fact.
So you guys have vinyl CDs and shirts on your Bandcamp. You have any of the vinyls to show off? I don't know if it's come in yet or not.
No, we don't have the vinyl yet. It's gonna be a little bit.
Where's the booklet?
running low. Everybody bought the blue one so damn quickly. Now the white one's almost gone.
Nice.
Yeah, we're running low on the splitter variants, and soon it'll just be clear, which is still sick. So
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
are y'all
it's-
expecting the vinyl to come in? Do you have a date yet?
Like early September, I think.
CDs a little late, but I think in like 3 weeks or so we'll be getting CDs.
Okay.
Those are good.
And
Yeah, also sick.
that we have a different layout for the CDs.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Oh, I guess you have to. You have to add in a couple panels. Pretty cool.
We have like for our vinyl, if you're not sold on the vinyl yet, there's like a big old booklet that's coming with it. It's like 8 inch, 8 by 8.
A quick shelf. That's a good idea.
Yeah, probably gonna grab one. But
Big
it's like
ones,
Get
big
one
ones.
of the big ones.
it's like lyrics or collages.
Hold on, the one on the bottom is open. The box on the bottom is open.
It's like additional assets from like autonomous weapons that we made into separate pages. Like a full booklet. Like every song has its own art essentially. Here, you wanna?
Yeah, I'm not doing camera duty anymore.
Yeah, Ryan will show you a little bit of it.
Is this the actual thing, or is?
Yeah, this is the actual thing.
It's the actual thing. We grabbed it from our big box of 300 of these that we have for the vinyl release.
Dude, that's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, this was quite a process. There was like, I just took a lot of time to make these collage things.
It's Tony Nuts.
It's Tony Balls.
You put some light on that, man.
Dude, that is really cool that like y'all are able to put something like this together. Like that's really awesome.
Michael did a big digital collage of all of us on the back of it. It features both Michael and my mugshots in it. And the Canal Club talking about how famous we are.
Oh yeah, that's a good story.
Sarcastically, of course.
Yeah,
Now Club was
You gotta tell me about that. The Canal Club, what's up?
Should we explain the whole backstory to that?
Here's some quick backstory. I was actually going to talk about this show. This is like old school B&D.
Well, I was going to talk about the math core index that we spammed the group to go bomb their page. Okay, so the whole story.
Secret facts. But I don't know. A long time ago, I played a house show with the original lineup of B&D, and like I got super rowdy. I like smashed a guitar. I was playing guitar and not doing vocals of that show. My friend Chris, who did that one set that Brian was talking about. Wow, we are actually.
Oh my god, he's actually here.
Wow, we're
It's the
actually.
SWAT team.
He's actually bringing us Taco Bell.
It's the fucking SWAT team.
I'm gonna keep telling the story.
man.
while he walks inside.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like ran so many goddamn red lights.
Dude, you're fucking hilarious.
Yo,
You were on
Get
this.
in
You
frame.
were on this show recently.
Wait, get in
wasn't it?
frame. Look, get in frame.
Wait.
Wait, come back, get in frame.
Wait,
Spawn
what's
in
going on?
frame. Terracell,
Hey.
Hi, Chris. Hi
Hey.
again.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up? Yeah, so
Not much, man.
I just quit Black Mirror Device. Terracell's gone. Tulpa's gone. This
He's
is
the
the
new
main
noise
thing
guy.
now. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing noise. Fuck Brian. But yeah.
It's nice to see you again, man.
Yeah. I didn't bring a Mexican pizza because my bank account is only like negative $150 right now. So
That's fine.
yeah.
So the Canal Club.
Oh yeah, so we played a house show in Harrisonburg, and someone that booked shows at Canal Club, his band was playing there, and we just got super rowdy. I like smashed my guitar. They got caught in the ceiling. My friend Chris was like swinging on the pipes in the basement, and they were super pissed at us. And then that guy just kind of blacklisted us at like Canal Club shows, and then one day there was like a random show with like a poll on the event page. I'm like, oh, who should open this?
Was it a lot like Bird?
No. It was like some band that we wouldn't have actually played with, but like there was like a poll on their page, and it was open to adding new things to it. So Kyle added Black Matter Device to it, and then we just posted in the Odd Meter Math Core memes group and said, "Hey, go click Black Matter Device on this and post about us." Kind of like we did with the Fall of Troy, and we didn't even get on that show either. Like, yeah, we're really annoying. But yeah, they responded with that, and that was the show booker, and he did it by accident on the Canal Club page before deleting his comment. But then I got the screenshot, and it's really funny.
So good.
What'd he say?
Awesome.
It's on the collage.
It's like, I'm not sure what you're
It's
talking
not gonna
about.
be-
Black Mirror Device is pretty famous.
Yeah, I think someone was just saying something like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, like
Black Matter's
Black
doing
Mirror
really
Device?
well. They should play." And then he was just like, "Oh yeah, Black Matter Device is really famous," like sarcastically. I don't know. It's funny.
Amazing B&D lore moment.
So let's wrap this up with the album of the year for last year, unless something's like piqued your interest this year.
Oh, I mean, there's a couple things that are.
So mine, which also me and Michael went and saw this past month, being Ultra Pop from the Armed.
Okay.
I don't know. That new Bill Chartha album was
Oh,
super
shit.
fucking sick.
Shit, I forgot about that.
I haven't gotten the chance to check that one out yet. I need to listen to that.
Oh, it's
Dude,
good.
It's,
That shit's
it's solid as fuck. And then also Sungazer, that band I was talking about earlier, released an album called Perihelion, which is fantastic as the rest of their stuff.
Cavalcade by Black Midi is probably one of the greatest albums I've ever heard, to be honest. That's it. Best band.
No.
Last year,
like it wasn't gonna
band
turn
called
around
Unto
for, like,
Others
say what it
dropped
does.
the album that I really fucked with. Great.
saw the demo and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who was it again?
A band called Unto Others.
Unto Others.
Unto Others. Yeah, like do unto others. It's an odd name. They had to change their name because they were Idle Hands at first, but I think there was
Oh,
already
I know that. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the idol bands that already exist. Okay, I was gonna say I've heard the name before.
Yeah, so I think they probably got an email or something, and they're like, well, fuck, now we gotta rebrand. But that was fucking awesome. And then this year, everybody's gonna hate me for this, but this year Ghost dropped the fucking album that was fucking great. That shit was fucking great, man.
I haven't checked out Ghost since Meteora, I think was the name of the album. So I'm not sure that anymore.
It's Melly. That's a.
Oh, you're right. That is Linkin Park, isn't it? Oh, I'm an idiot.
I think it's Melly or.
Well, hey, great album by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
It is. It's true. My dad had that on CD, and I would take that and listen to it a bunch.
Who was that person that was like, yo, I'm totally in Linkin Park? Somebody came forward recently and was like, yo, if Linkin Park ever does anything, I'm like Chester Bennington. And then Mike was like, we're not getting back together. We're not making music. I forgot who it was. It was like some weirdo music guy or something.
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
How about Brian's favorite album?
Oh yeah, Brian.
Well, last year Perturbator released a good album called Lustful Sacraments. So that one was pretty fire. Krallis, like avant-garde technical black metal band, has been putting out some good stuff. They released one last year called Demonic Wealth, and that was really good. Their drums were all recorded just like on a phone, which is super black metal if you ask me.
That is really black metal.
and I don't know, it's just a really good album. As for this year, this noise project called Barrel Weaving, that's definitely not mine. Released this new tape called Medicinal Malpractice. It's really good. It's not that good. It's like okay. Yeah.
Yo, we're talking new albums. Shout out to PS You're Dead. Their new album's really good.
Dude, fuck yeah, they're awesome. I'm trying to get them on here. Can't seem to nail down a date with them.
Have you guys heard of Sound and Inspiration?
Sound and Inspiration?
Yeah.
Nah, I never heard them before.
Actually, they suck.
Yeah, they were on Dark Trail, but like they broke up or something like that.
Yo, shout out Under the Pier. They dropped a sick ass album this year.
Oh,
Yo, real quick, I actually knew about your music like a long time ago when you put out This Is Your Brain on Propaganda, whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing that when it came out.
Well, I'm glad that you've been listening for that long, man. I feel like
When is
I don't remember if that was on the first album or not, but geez, it's a while back.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago now, right?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Things have
I think it
changed
was
since
before I
then.
was like in the community. I think I saw it on YouTube when I was trying to find mathcore bands. That's how I got into the community in the first place. I was on Bandcamp searching the mathcore tag, and I found the Callous Out Boys before they like released any of their big stuff. And then I liked their page on Facebook, and then Carson added me on Facebook because they saw my profile video of me in a ski mask running around and screaming. And then,
This guy's got to be cool.
and then they added me to the odd meter mathcore memes groups, and then that's around when Modern Phonetics was about to come out, and then we kind of spiraled from there into the community, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Like really fucking cool.
Spiraling's usually bad.
It was a good spiral.
Oh, okay. Upward spiral.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to say?
Thanks for listening to Autonomous Weapons.
Listen to it
Yes.
If
Thank
you
you.
haven't yet,
It's really
you
good.
probably should.
Agreed.
That's really good.
I had a conversation with Brian the day it came out. I was like, I don't know what to like genre classify it at all. Like it's like when you get to this type of math, it's like weird because calling it math is kind of almost like insulting. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like it's genres are fucking weird. Like I told Brian, it's just like wee woo music basically, like just a bunch of like like math doesn't really encapsulate that in my opinion.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
we're
kind of
done.
like a
Can't do
repeated
that.
car crashes, like car crashes just one after another happening, and you're like, damn, what would that sound like on violin? And then they made it happen on actual instruments. So I'm their manager, by the way.
Oh,
Hey, speaking, oh, yo,
No, Joey
before-
warned me. I know what I'm getting into.
hey, yo, speaking of managers, we are highly, for some reason, we can't string our minds together into one, unless it's about music. Our business aspect side of things is kind of lackluster, I would say. And so, who's if anybody,
Joey's gonna
if anybody, never mind.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna be his like.
If anybody
colleague.
wants to be a manager,
Joey's gonna be Tony
Shout out
Soprano.
Joey.
I'll be
shout out
colleague.
Joey. But if anybody,
Honestly, I feel like
it'd be sick.
I feel like
It depends, though.
I feel like when we have deadlines, we work the worst. I feel like when we just
Yeah.
I feel like we work kind of like Valve, like Steam, like they kind of just put out shit
Word.
autonomously. But they just I feel like they kind of just put out shit at their own pace and it works really well for them. And I feel like if we pace ourselves a little better and don't do the quick burnout stuff we do, because like that sewer slide pack video, we did that in like 3 or 4 days, like in its entirety, and then I got really burned out after that.
Side note, I hate painting. I don't like it. It's not fun to me.
And
There was like a week and a half when I did paint the hostile architecture cover. For that week and a half, I liked painting. I was into it. Now I don't like it, but I'm forced to do it a lot.
Yeah.
So
We hold cold like gunpoint.
I crack the whip. I'm like, do painting.
Yeah.
Paint some more cold.
Yeah, and I'm like, sit there and go, yeah, paint.
I didn't know it was a real painting. I thought it was like digital manipulation and shit. So like you did really fucking good for that. Holy shit.
it's
Oh,
all
thank you.
real.
yeah.
BMD's all real.
Everything's real. Even the collaging. I could go upstairs and get the like paper that's all glued together for
Can
the
you?
front cover.
Do it. No balls. No
Do
Tony
it.
balls. Come on.
Yeah, go get it, and I'll say some final statements.
I don't want to, Mom.
Oh, finally, now that Brian's gone, what do you really want to know?
Now we can discuss my
I think I was gonna say something. I don't remember anymore.
Expect BMD, expect future BMD releases to be better. And just expect us to get bigger. I don't know.
I don't know if you really like this one. The next one's gonna be not like this one.
Yeah.
Future BMD releases, as in, you know,
It's
so
gonna
like,
be a
just
different
anything,
flavor.
you know?
like a genre change or like
No,
just
no,
the
okay,
next
we're gonna be
level,
indie
the
band,
next
yeah.
level of mathcore.
You're always going to be able to tell that we're writing
suck.
music, but it's never gonna sound the same.
Okay. Are y'all planning on like going on tour or anything like that anytime soon, or is that something that's gonna happen like next year maybe? Or?
would love to go on tour with Black Matter.
We have
Y'all planning for this year then later on, or?
we have a 3-day run with Circuit
coming up.
fuck.
We're doing
I did
a
see that. Yeah.
Fuck so hard.
We're doing a run with Fall 50 Feet.
It's not announced yet,
jeez.
really, but we're gonna do one with Fall 50 Feet to Index Fest. Sorry, Fall 50 Feet. Everyone knows now. Yeah. It falls in your park.
Love
Oh, yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, he has the collages right here. Come on, see him real quick.
Big collage. That's not gonna.
This is the actual autonomous weapons
Dude,
artwork.
that's sick. Y'all should get that framed. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I probably should eventually, but like I haven't. And I also have the song titles here. This was one. You can like. This was an interesting one because this sucked.
I can't even see it.
This I had. Can you see now?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
This
I'm
sucked
sure it took forever.
so much because I had like a big stack of magazines I would cut out words from, and I spent 2 weeks gluing this all together. My bedroom floor was covered in magazines that I was just like cutting out for like 2 weeks. It was just this big pile of magazine paper on my floor. It was terrible. It was shout out autonomous weapons.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, who said they don't fuck with Dillinger?
I knew it.
Yo, don't.
Alright, anyway.
I don't care, Matt. Get at me. To be honest, everybody has their own opinion.
I think all right, really controversial. I think Dillinger is kind of like a curse to math music because everybody that writes math music, Dillinger is like the first thing that gets compared. It's like, oh fuck, you guys must love Dillinger Escape Plan. It's like never heard of them. But every time there's like a new math band or something, it's like that's the standard. It's like that's the standard. I wouldn't say botch definitely not, but Dillinger Escape Plan definitely.
His opinions don't represent us or our brand.
Yeah, we need to get less controversial opinions in this interview.
Anyway,
Controversial opinion.
sorry, what were you about to say?
I'm just gonna move out to the outro if we're all ready.
Anyone have anything they want to say before we're done? Shout out to Taco Bell. We did
Taco
a Taco
Bell.
Bell version of our album cover of Hustle Architecture
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, that's great.
Shut up.
I did see that.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
So if you're looking for what's probably going to be the album of the year, I'm just throwing that out there. You need to check out Autonomous Weapons, the sophomore album from Black Matter Device, which came out last Friday through Dark Show Records. Y'all are on Facebook, Instagram, Bandcamp, YouTube, Twitter, all streaming platforms. Am I missing anything?
We are on everything.
MySpace.
Amazon, MySpace.
MySpace. You have a TikTok?
Not yet. I've actually been thinking about it.
Good idea.
Y'all should definitely have a TikTok. Like y'all would be perfect up on there.
Is that Roman's mom in the chat?
Is it?
Somebody's mom's in the chat.
Shout
Yeah.
out Roman's mom.
Mom?
Yeah.
chat?
Moms in
Yeah.
general.
Working hard guys. Love
Yeah,
mom.
yeah. Shout out my mom too.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if
It's
that's
and
Moms are
and
real-
and 14.
Oh shit, that's my mom.
she joined the chat when I was in the Taco Bell drive-thru. She
Oh,
was
for
like,
real?
"Love you, Roman," or something like that. I was like,
Wait.
"Oh my gosh."
Yeah,
Yeah. He's been in the chat with all of the explicitives too.
As for me, drop my channel follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services, as well as get some exclusive emotes. You can also sub for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you like the video, please drop a like, click the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at soundthatenscreation.bandcamp.com. My album, Boomers, Zoomers, Desperate Coomers, is out now. My next guest is India-based mathcore band Man Eating Orchid, which dropped their new album Hive Mind back in March. Yeah, dude, they're fucking sick. And this one's actually happening this time. I've had to reschedule it twice now, but this one's actually going to happen. Join us this Wednesday, the 27th at 12 p.m. Central for the live cast. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Fuck the police. I like mathcore.
Are we doing like a?
I don't like mathcore.
Shout out to Carico, Benito, and SpongeBob.
Thank you guys for watching and listening.
Like,
Yeah.
Why take the thing I'm dead